Hello, welcome to today's video where we are going to study the story Two Gentlemen of Verona by Archibald Joseph Cronin. It is a touching story of two children who work hard for the sake of family, teaching us what it really means to be a gentleman. Before we begin, let us learn a bit about the author, Archibald Joseph Cronin. Archibald Joseph Cronin is a Scottish doctor and novelist. His stories and novels realistically portrayed the hardships of the working classes. He often criticized social constructs through his works. Some of his best-known works are The Citadel and The Stars Look Down. Let us now start with analysis of the story. Set beside the river Adige in Italy, Verona is a beautiful city famous for its architectural heritage and natural beauty. Verona has always been associated with the virtues of chivalry and generosity. It is against such a backdrop of grandeur that we are introduced to two young boys named Nicola and Jacopo. The author was a tourist in Verona and had come across these boys whose diligence and hard work surprised him. The boys sold wild strawberries in the streets. There was something about their faces that caught his attention. Their faces were wise, beyond their years, and they were well-mannered. Here is how the narrator describes the two boys. One boy had on a worn jersey and cut-off khaki pants. The other a shortened army tunic gathered in loose about a skinny frame. Their brown skin and tangled hair were strangely attractive. The elder brother Nicola was 13 years old and the younger one, Jacopo, was 12. They worked as fruit sellers, newspaper vendors, and shoe shiners amongst many other jobs. The author hired them to run his errands, and they also took him around the city as their tour guide. Do you think children who are this young should be working for a living? Though the Constitution of India prohibits child labor, poverty still drives many children to do a variety of odd jobs. According to UNICEF reports, India has the largest number of child laborers under the age of 14 years. Let us now come back to the story. Nicola and Jacopo treated all kinds of work as sacred and did them without any complaint. Their tenacity and hard work surprised the author. He wondered what they did with all the money they earned. They survived on bare essentials, eating black bread and figs and sleeping in bus stands. They were also very secretive about their personal life. But one day, Jacopo blurted out that they needed a ride to a village in the outskirts, and the author agreed to drive them to the place. On reaching, the boys disappeared inside a large red-roofed villa, which turned out to be a hospital. To his surprise, the author found out that the children's 20-year-old sister, Lucia, was admitted there. She was suffering from tuberculosis of the spine, and so the boys worked day and night, never missing a single payment. The narrator also learned from the nurse that Nicola and Jacopo belonged to an affluent family and had known a comfortable life. Their family lost their fortune during World War II and were reduced to poverty. Still, they did not lose their virtues and worked hard for their sister. The author tells us of the hardships which Nicola and Jacopo's family faced because of the war. They had lost both their father and their home and had to work very hard at such a tender age. The boys had been part of the resistance against Nazis during the war. The story ends with the narrator driving the children back to the city. Out of respect for the children's devotion and integrity, he did not reveal what he had learned about their lives. Incidentally, the story shares the title with a play written by Shakespeare, which revolved around two noblemen in the city of Verona. The author perhaps takes the decision to give his story the same name to draw attention to the fact that a gentleman isn't defined by his wealth, class, or stature in society. Rather, it is the boys' virtues, bravery, self-respect, and humility that make them stand out. Nicola and Jacopo, despite being poor, had noble virtues which make them true gentlemen. This is all for today. We will have a quick recap of what we have learned today in our next video. Till then, goodbye.